Tom.
Hi.
Today we'll continue with the series of lessons, English lessons, where we cover or dissect the interviews with former or current USA presidents. And we continue with, again, what is his full name?
George Herbert Walker Bush.
And I love it. I can still do that. I can't play golf. I can't play tennis. I can't even play horseshoes, all of which I loved.
Okay, a horseshoe is a game where they would take horseshoes and throw them across what's called a horseshoe pit to try to ring the horseshoe around a stake. So,
It's have you played it? It's a popular game.
I've played horseshoes before, yeah. Nowadays, people still play horseshoes, but they also play bocce, which is played with balls, and other games where they throw something and try to hit a target.
And you mentioned the lawn dart?
People also used to play lawn darts, but those got banned because they would hurt people.
Okay.
You can also use horseshoe as a verb. You can say, we need to horseshoe something in between something, which means that you need to fit something in between into a very small space. And then,
right. And it's a simple game. You don't need equipment. You just need a horseshoe and a stick and enthusiasm. And what was the expression related to horseshoe?
if somebody gets an answer wrong and they say, well, I was close, then the response to that would be that close only counts in horseshoes.
Right. So you actually get points if the horseshoe lands close to the stick, right?
Exactly.
But I can go in this boat, and I just love it. And it's very fast and very seaworthy, and I love taking people out.
A seaworthy refers to a ship that's capable of going out onto the ocean generally. Similarly, airworthy would refer to an airplane that was able to fly. So the idea of seaworthy means that everything is ready, not just that the boat floats, but that it has enough fuel, the engines work, or if it's a sailboat, all the sails are in good repair, all the ropes work. That's the idea of being seaworthy.
Remember, we were fly fishing in Glacier Park.
I remember the event well.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Fly fishing refers to a lure which floats on top of the water that's supposed to resemble a fly or resemble an insect. So the fish will see the lure on the surface of the water and try to bite into it.
And typically, when I think about fly fishing, the fisherman wades in the water, right? It stands in the water.
Right.
And they swing the fish pole widely to
exactly.
to throw this lure as far as they can.
Right. Usually they throw it a long distance away so that the fish doesn't see the fisherman right next to the fly. Generally, they don't pull the lure back very quickly. They'll typically try to get it to jump back towards them, like an insect might move, rather than like another fish.
It's because I just returned from my 12th visit to China since leaving the presidency, and I'm jet-lagged out. So,
well, normally people might just say they're jet-lagged, but if somebody were to say they're jet-lagged out, that would mean that they are very jet-lagged. Similarly, somebody might say, I'm tired, or they could say, I'm tired out. Or,
and what does it mean?
It means, well, jet-lagged out, jet-lagged refers to traveling a long distance by jet, typically over several hours. If you're going overseas to Europe, that's a 6 or 7 hour difference. So what might seem a normal time of day to people in Europe, to you, it might seem like it's the middle of the night.
Right. So it's across several time zones, and we had another word in last lesson. It screws up your
It screws up your sense of time. It screws up your biorhythms.
right. So you end up falling asleep during the day and staying up at night.
Exactly. And usually it takes a couple days to adjust.
I've been asked to join this part of the 125th year anniversary of this wonderful law school, and I know this milestone means a lot to every single person in this room.
A milestone, that originally refers to ancient Rome, where they built a lot of roads, and they would put a stone at each mile on the road to mark off the distance. Now it refers to different stages of life. For example, somebody graduating from school, getting married, getting a job, grandkids, retiring. These are all considered to be major stages in life and are called milestones in life.
Important events in life. So
Important.
it's in a personal life or also in a national context, right?
In both, I would say. Normally, I would say it's used in a personal sense, but it could also be used in a social sense as well.
Right. For example, in a historical context, when you study, let's see, maybe some relationship between two countries who had been in war for a long time, then there was a truce period. You can say it was a milestone.
You could do that. You could say that it was a milestone event. Generally, in this sense, it would be a positive event.
Right.
If two enemies became friendly after a long time.
And you said it comes from ancient Rome, where roads were marked every mile. So today we have mile markers, right?
Mile
Not
markers,
made out of
right.
stone, but probably out of metal or plastic, which is kind of cheaper than making them out of stone.
Right. And then a mile refers to a mill, which is 1,000. So a mile was originally supposed to be 1,000 steps of a Roman soldier.
First, because I believe in the importance of a first-rate education, and I particularly want to salute the teachers and the professors.
A salute is a form of praise. In the military, they salute their officers to show respect. So if somebody salutes something, they're trying to show respect for that.
And they salute each one. They have to by raising their arm.
By raising their hand and touching the tip of the cap, or if they don't have a cap, it would be touching their head right above their eyebrow. That would be a salute.
And figuratively, to salute someone?
Figuratively salute someone in this sense means to commend them for either their efforts or for their accomplishments.
Right. To support or to praise.
Right.
So you can say, let's say he in his speech, or you can say that you salute all the students who went through 5 years of college education and finally graduated.
Exactly. Or the president of a company giving a speech might say, I salute all of your efforts to help us become such a great company.
And I said to the people, what does adjunct mean? And they said, well, adjunct means you don't get paid a damn thing. So I said, well, you got the right man.
Damn refers to damnation, which is when people go to hell. So Damn used to be considered to, it's still considered to be a swear word, but it used to be much more serious than it is now. So if you said damn you, you were basically telling someone to go to hell.
Right. Or you can, if you're overwhelmed by emotions, negative or positive, you can say, damn.
You can use it in other ways as well. If you're impressed by something or you're upset about something, you can just say damn as a exclamation of some type.
To emphasize your emotions. So if you say, I didn't know a damn thing, that just emphasizes, right, that you didn't know anything. You didn't know a single thing.
Exactly. Or, yeah, also, in the olden days, they used to use a euphemism for damn, which was dang. So something bad would happen, you go, dang. So you wouldn't have to say damn.
And I want to commend those who dedicate their lives in this very meaningful way.
Commend means to praise someone. I guess it sort of means to comment on someone in a positive way. And generally, it's not something that's amazingly great, but it's something that's pretty good. So you could commend someone's efforts, or you can also recommend, which is related to commend, which again means to speak favorably about somebody or something.
So a soldier in the military can be commended for his or her actions, or can receive a commendation, right?
That's correct.
Which means they don't really get a medal for their acts, but they get a written statement where their efforts or achievements are acknowledged.
Exactly.
And also outside the military context, you can say that you commend someone for something. So you support or you express your support for someone's actions or words.
Right. Well, in this sense, I think commend would mean you thank them. If you want to show that you are favorably, you have favorable views of them, I think you would say you recommend, which basically means to commend again.
I want to thank Alan Andreas. His family and ours go back a long way.
Go back a long way refers to, generally it means that generally it means that you have known someone for a long time. For example, with politicians especially, if they've been in politics for a while, they may have known someone since they were both quite young. Or old friends. You meet old friends and you're talking to someone else about them. You could say we go back a long way, sometimes to childhood or to school days.
And it's a popular expression, right?
It's a popular expression, right?
I'm not going to give you any advice. Who the heck am I to give lawyers advice? I'm not going to do that.
Well, who the heck am I? In this sense, it sounds like somebody is saying that their opinion is not that important. So they're entitled to give their opinion, but you shouldn't be too concerned about it. Heck is a euphemism for hell. Instead of saying, who the hell am I, you say, who the heck am I? Or again, something good or bad happen, you can just say, heck.
And it doesn't mean much. It's just used to emphasize, right? If you get emotional or you have strong feelings, then you say, who the hell, what the hell is that? What the heck is that?
Exactly.
And this is a milder form And that's what euphemism means. It's a milder form of expressing the same thing. So in this case, it means the same as hell.
Yeah, you can also say, what the hell? If you want to do something and you're not sure about it, you can say, oh, what the hell? Let's do it. Or you can say, what the heck? Let's give it a try.
And there's a bunch of words, right? When it comes to religion, people used to be very sensitive and still are, and they like to or tend to replace certain words. For example, if someone says, it's still people use, you can say, oh, gee. And probably in the beginning, it was a replacement or substitute for Jesus.
Very likely, it sounds possible.
Or if someone says, oh, shoot. In actuality, this is a euphemism for, oh, shit.
Right, exactly.
And any other expressions that comes to your mind?
Well, we mentioned damn and dang and heck and hell. Those are the main ones I can think of. They used to say dag burn it. But I don't think people say that anymore.
Dag burn it?
That was a euphemism for God damn it. So you could say this dag burn car, it's not working very well.
Right.
But
So
if you
probably,
use that expression now, people would think it was very funny.
So it's an old-fashioned slang.
Right. They would also say what, highfalutin, and that could have, who knows with that could have been had some other meaning too.
So it goes along with other words like peachy, and nobody uses this anymore.
Right.
When you say peachy, it will just you probably want to be ironic and funny.
Exactly. These were popular about 100 years ago.
Oh, just 100 years ago. So everything is changing. Okay, Tom, thank you. This is all for today. And Tom Taylor is an ESL teacher. You teach English in the United States and outside using Skype, right? And you can be reached at the website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
right. So you can click on this link and check out his website and email him with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, thank you.